Well, the 41-yard line of Forest City, so a big break there on special teams for the Cougars. They take off on offense again. Welton back to pass, scrambles off to the right-hand side, finds some open room, and before he hits the line of scrimmage, he's able to dump it off along the right-hand side. And from this vantage point, looks like the pass was completed, but a flag is down.
Yeah, completed pass along that right side. Nice job, Zach Welton there, scrambling out of the pocket. And I think that's something that the Cougars will probably try to do because we know Welton is a pretty good athlete. So get him out of the pocket, let him use that athleticism, look downfield to see if there's a pass available. If not, then at least he can tuck it and run and maybe make something happen that way. Get him out of the pocket a little bit, use his athletic ability. Now it looks like this penalty is going against the Cougars. It looked like it almost came just as the play was coming to an end. So maybe an illegal block downfield.
See if we can pick up the official call here.
Oh, they're going to say that Welton crossed the line of scrimmage, an illegal forward pass. So as we saw Welton roll out to his right and look for a man downfield, apparently he crossed the line of scrimmage. And so an illegal forward pass, so it's going to make 1st and 20 now for the Cougars.
Looked like he was committed to running that football as far as he could, but he just stopped on a dime. Found an open receiver, but cost his team 10 yards. So 1st and 20, as Michael said. Now a handoff to the running back, Chris Verrill. Your number 1 running back, and he's able to get a little bit of positive yardage on 1st and very long.
Yeah, not a lot of room there up front so far. Forest City doing a nice job on the defensive line. Not a lot of room for Verrill to run at this point. We've had, I believe, 3 run attempts, and the total net yardage so far, I think, is only about 5 yards. So the Cougars going to have to make some bigger holes there for Verrill to get through. At this point, Forest City pretty stout up front.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 18. For the Cougars, still scoreless. Just over 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Welton back to pass again. Lots of pressure from Forest City. Scrambling out of the way as Welton still trying to find an open receiver. Still on his feet. Now throws it up into the air, but nobody home along that far side as he pretty much throws it away.
And now we've got a flag down along that right side, and that was a late flag right in front of the Cougars bench area. We'll see if maybe it was a pass interference, maybe one of the wide receivers got held up, because where Welton was throwing the ball, there weren't any receivers there. The only thing I can figure is maybe he was expecting a receiver to get there, and maybe the receiver got tugged on a little bit.
There was nobody in that vicinity in that last pass.
And I think this is going against Forest City,
which would be a big break here for the Cougars. On 2nd and 18. Was pass interference against Forest City. So how's that for a break after a couple of penalties going against Chatham-Kent? Now the Cougars get a bit of a break on a penalty against Forest City.
Yeah, that's huge. Keep the offense on the field here and get some positive yards, and now a chance to maybe put some points on the board and keep some momentum on offense going here. Give their defense a breather and impose their will on the defense of Forest City.
1st and 10 in the 35 of Forest City. Now Welton tries to dump it off to the running back, and was that a fumble that was recovered by Chatham-Kent? Kind of a half pass, half shovel by the quarterback, Zach Welton there.
Yeah, that didn't look very good at all. I think Welton was a little indecisive and wasn't expecting to be wrapped up that soon. It almost looked like a forward pass from here, but the referee's right there and called it a good lateral. So the Cougars lucky not to lose the ball on that sort of semi-pitch, if you will, and keep possession. Now it looks like we've got an injury for Forest City.
Doesn't look like he picked up more than a half yard on that broken play. So they're still going to call a 2nd down and 10 to go.
And interesting there, too, after Welton took that hit, he came up limping. So we'll see if that affects him at all. As we mentioned, he does like to move around in the pocket, and he does have some athleticism back there. He can tuck it and run. So we'll see if that bothers him at all as this game goes on.
Pickup of 1. Well, they've got 2nd and 14 on the scoreboard. For the Chatham-Kent Cougars, now Welton with a quick pass and unable to flag that one down along the far side. For the Chatham-Kent Cougars, Dan Fox wasn't able to catch up to that one. So 3rd down once again for the Cougars here.
And that's one of those players that we mentioned that the Cougars are going to be looking to come up big today with the injury bug at wide receiver. And that's one of those plays that you would throw up to Jeremiah Hamilton or Josh Woodman. They have that athleticism to go up and get it. Even if the coverage is there, they're that good that they can beat the defensive coverage. But that time just not able to happen. Welton overthrows his receiver a little bit, Fox, and the Cougars are going to punt it away.
Still scoreless, and punting this one away, Clark Green, and that will go out of bounds along the far side. He wasn't able to get a lot of his shoe on that one either.
Looked like that was almost a directional kick from the Cougars. I just wonder if it was a little bit of a shank or if he was trying to pin them deep. And I think we have some laundry on the field again here. Too many men on the field, it looks like, against Forest City, I think.
Again, we'll get the official call here. A lovely evening for football here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. The Cougars home opener, losing their season opener up in the Twin Cities, Kitchener-Waterloo last week. Looking to get into the win column for the first time with this home opener. And this penalty is against the Forest City Thunderbirds.
Wow, that's going to be costly. So now instead of 3rd and 14, it's 3rd and about 5. And the Cougars are going to go for the field goal. That changes the position. There is a bit of a breeze out here, too, and it is going to be at the back of Clark Green, and he's got plenty of leg to get it there.
So an almost 10-yard penalty against Forest City sets up this field goal try for the Cougars. The kick is up, and it is good, splitting the uprights. Very good job. Clark Green gets the first points of tonight. And the Cougars are up 3-0 to give them a bit of a boost midway, just past the midway part of this first quarter.
About a 35-yard field goal there for Clark Green.
So penalties are certainly, Michael, playing a huge part in this football game 10 minutes in.
And no doubt that Cougars get 3 points off of that one. Too many men on the field for Forest City, so I'm sure Chatham-Kent happy to take it. A couple of costly penalties against Forest City cost them 3 points there because obviously the Cougars were punting it away, but that 10-yard penalty for too many men gives the Cougars 3 points, and now the defense a little bit of confidence. They got a nice rest there. The Cougars were able to move the ball because of a pair of costly penalties. So now the Cougars defense looking to come out and impose their will on the Forest City Thunderbirds offense, who weren't too bad their first time with the ball.
Now the ball belonging to the Thunderbirds. Their own 35. Quarterback drops it back, and now scrambling to find some open room. Running back for the Thunderbirds, that is Yazid Sinan, actually still the quarterback, keeping that and trying to get some positive yardage on his own. Finally brought down after minimal gain.
A tackle there from number 50, Connor Martin, defensive lineman for the Cougars, and that all started with that bad snap. That snap down at the feet of the quarterback, and that's tough. You have to take your eye off the defense. You got to adjust yourself, make sure you get that ball in your hands. By the time he looked up, there was already some pressure in the pocket, and was forced to scramble out and tackled. He was lucky tackle back at the original line of scrimmage.
Seen in a little bit more of a clean snap this time around, tried to find somebody open along the left-hand side, and it went right through the fingertips, so that will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Thunderbirds. So once again, they're not able to do very much against the Cougars defense.
Yeah, that pass intended for the wide receiver, Trevor Fries. So Forest City obviously here going to have to punt this one away. And again, that looked like a bit of a low snap there for Forest City. I'm sure that's something that the quarterback and the center are talking about. Just needs to get that snap up a little bit higher. That one just between his ankles and his knees, forced to crouch down. And you'd like to have it just chest level, really, so you can keep your eyes up and see what kind of coverage the defense is throwing at you and see where your receivers are getting off the line.
So again, this will be booted away by the Thunderbirds. That's Willoughby. And he will kick this one to the 40-yard line of the Cougars. Picked up and taken to midfield, still on his feet. Cougars get an excellent field position. They might get a touchdown. Going all the way in. The Cougars on special teams get 6 points. What a great return by Graham Smith as he eludes a couple of tackles from the Thunderbirds, and Smith goes in for 6. Special teams makes this a 9-0 football game for the Cougars.
And Graham Smith showing right there why he was the special teams player of the week last week. He had a touchdown return for 74. That one goes about 60, that punt. And really, he should have been dragged down about midfield, but just some perseverance, kept his feet moving, ran through a couple of arm tackles, and then showed that breakaway speed. Smith, impressive, number 25, obviously a threat to score every time he gets the ball, and right there he shows us why. What a great run by Graham Smith.
So this quarter turning into a very positive one for the Cougars in the last couple of minutes. Graham Smith's run propelling the Cougars to a 10-0 lead with 3:14 to go in this first quarter on home field in their home opener, and giving the fans here a lot to cheer about in the opening 11.5 minutes. Graham Smith taking the punt, taking it right to the house.
Outstanding. You love to see special teams when it works so well. Well, I'm going to say maybe they should get him the ball a little more in offense as well. He looks like he's got some breakaway speed. He could certainly be a threat.
Able to make a couple of really nifty moves around a couple of defenders from Forest City. And good speed. He was able to put some distance between him and the defenders, going right to the end zone.
One thing you really like to see when he's returning that punt, he runs it with no fear, which is what you're always told you have to do. You've just got to take it and run as fast as you can, as hard as you can, right up the middle of the field. And that's a tough thing to do, obviously, because you've got some pretty big guys running at you at full speed. And there's always that fear factor, but obviously he's not afraid to run it up the middle, and it pays dividends right there for the Cougars.
Clark Green on the kickoff, and it goes off the fingertips of the Forest City Thunderbirds, and that is Jordan Stewart who couldn't handle that one cleanly. And the Thunderbirds will have possession of the football, but much deeper in their own zone than they would have liked. And now a flag is on the play. Jordan Stewart would like that play back as he just muffed it.
And I think that penalty is going to go against Graham Smith. That was number 25 over there for the Cougars on the special teams coverage, and he and one of the players for Forest City were kind of tussling on the ground, rolling around a little bit, and then the player from Forest City put his hands up in the air to say to the referee, listen, I'm not doing anything. And Smith got caught after they got up. He gave an extra shove at the end. That's when the flag got thrown.
And that is going to be absolutely huge as the ball is placed at around the 30-yard line. So that costs the Cougars a lot of yardage on what looked to be a very promising situation deep in the London zone. Forest City, pardon me. Now running play right up the middle. Thunderbirds able to get to around the 36-yard line after a pretty decent run.
Running over that left side there for City. He started out to this right side on the short side, saw that there wasn't much room there, reversed his footing, and got to the wide side of the field, and both players went down.
Taking over here. Now back to pass. Trying to find somebody open, now taking it himself. 3 Cougars all over him.